Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are, and welcome. Sorry, I apologize about that. And welcome to
Beat him up.
NerdTube. It's the Tulsa King Season 2, Episode 2, Kansas City Blues. And I'm here with my fellow mob boss and Cancelleri, Ginger Greek. How you doing?
Very well. Nice. Nice. I like the title of the Cancelleri. It's perfect. I've just what I was saying to you earlier. I rewatched the Godfather films, the first two, and I still don't like them. But that's for another day. Here we're talking Tulsa King.
Yeah. Well, we're in gangster mood right now after watching The Penguin. And
Oh
right now
yeah.
I'm getting
Your
bloody
phone was calling. God
notifications.
damn it.
Yeah, I'm getting notifications like the cows are coming home.
Okay, I'll crack on while you put your phone on silent. So we got Tulsa King episode 2, and in this there's loads of little seeds being planted and a couple of little eyebrows being raised. And it looks like it's going to be another kind of season of a lot of shit going on, but in a good way. And yeah, that's what we're going to talk about. That there's a few things that I didn't like as well in this episode. The show is starting to border on pretentious a little bit, and that's not a good route to go down. Which I'll get that bit out of the way straight away. When they had that country singer on, who I only know him because he's been in WWE as well.
Jelly
Uh,
roll.
yeah, Jelly Roll, that's it. Yeah, and that whole bit of him singing, I just that just it felt out of place. It felt pretentious. I did like Stallone's conversation with him, like relegating him down to just a cleaner. But that whole scene it fell out of place. And also the stuff with his daughter is also feeling out of place a bit. It just there's no need for it. There's no tension. There's no thing. Okay, she played a vital role in episode 1 where she puts her house up for bail to kind of bail him out. But I'm just not I don't know about you, but I'm not feeling the chemistry with that daughter or that kind of. I'm not feeling there's anything special there. Me personally.
I get what you're saying regarding like the chemistry, but I feel it's like a moment in his arc that he's reconnected with his daughter, and I look at it from that perspective, like like there's one of the things he wanted to rectify after he came out the can was to get his daughter back, and he
Yeah, it
has, and
worked in season 1. Like I liked it in
yeah.
season 1. It's gone a bit stagnant in season 2. I'm a bit worried. I'm sure they'll pay it off because, like, you know, Taylor
Well, she's
Sheridan, or the king of Paramount, as I like to call him, he does good payoffs. To be honest,
he's kind of like I think she's like broken up with her husband, hasn't she? Because I
yeah,
don't see
yeah,
her husband or like they're
yeah.
separated or anything
They
something
broke up in
along.
season 1. I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah, but this is the problem when you have a 2 year gap between seasons. You fucking can't remember shit.
It's
So
been 2 years already. Bloody hell!
oh, it's getting close, or something along those particular lines. So regarding some of the tensions that are occurring, obviously, the Italian family back home in New York are still keeping tabs and they want revenge. And in my opinion, and I said this last week in my own solo review of Tulsa King episode 1, Chickie's dead. Chickie's dead at the end of this season. Like Dwight gave him a chance. He let him live, and obviously now they're coming back at him. And unless if he goes back to Tulsa, which is a possibility, then he's a dead man. I can't really see Dwight going back to New York to kill him. It's impossible. But the other way around, there's a possibility. And obviously with Jerry at the very end of this episode now being somebody who I always thought Dwight could never trust, even though he brought
Yeah,
him into the fold, he's like weighing his options now as well. In my opinion, Jerry would be an idiot to go back to Chicky because Chicky could easily just kill him regardless of what he's telling him. He could just be lying to his face and kill him and get revenge for him. At least whilst he's with Dwight, he's alive.
yeah.
Um,
So regarding that, first of all, I really liked that part. I thought, just you just the constant twists and turns is like, you just don't know who to fucking trust, which is pretty telling of the game with itself. But what I think I think he's just going to string Chicky along, get all the information that he can, and turn on him because
Who,
for
Jerry?
revenge for what happened to his friend. Yeah, because they killed his friend.
Yeah, I guess
The
there's
end
a
of episode
possibility.
one. So I think it's going to be a bait and switch. I do. I just have that feeling. The other guy who was late with the envelope. Now his little story arc's interesting because it's like he's having
Armand,
trouble at home. He falls behind.
Armand.
Armand. He falls
Yeah,
behind with the payments and all this kind of stuff. And I think he's the one that's going to turn. I think he's the one that's going to do a deal with somebody, maybe Frank Grillo's character, and turn because things just get desperate and he starts falling behind. Speaking of which, happy to see both. I think it's Kevin McDonough and Frank
Neil
Grillo.
Mc,
And
Neil
it's Neil
McDonough.
McDonough. Thank you. I love those actors. Love those actors. And they're just going to bring another level to this, especially Frank Grillo, who's just criminally underrated.
Yeah, he's a superb actor. He's kind of like the henchman to Neil McDonough's character of Carl. I've got their names here. Yeah, Neil McDonough's playing Carl. Is playing Cal Fresher.
That's the big weed boy in
Yeah,
this.
and Frank
Yeah.
Grillo is playing Bill Beverly Aka. I think if
And
I haven't butchered it.
he basically runs Kansas.
See, what bothered me a little bit is that in season one they sent Dwight down to basically start an empire in Tulsa, and yet he already knew that Bill was already down there, and Bill considered Tulsa to be his territory. So
Yeah.
I just found that a bit strange,
It's one of those
yeah.
inconsistent kind of. It's just one of those retcons that they're just gonna put in just because to give excuse for Frank Grillo's character to come in. It would have been better if Frank didn't know the family, and then he
Yeah.
finds out about this, and then they end up all crossing paths. I think that would have been better because I 100% agree with you. It's just like, hang on a second, we didn't hear from him in season one. They would have known that that's his territory, and yet they still encroached on it. And then they're mad at him for not calling to pay respects, for his dad and the new godfather. So yeah, I'm with you on that.
Now, Neil McDonough playing Carl Fresher, he kind of reminds me of Vince McMahon because he doesn't like any competition against him whatsoever, and that lawyer told Cal, sorry, that look, Dwight's not going to be even a blip on your radar, regardless of him getting involved in the weed business. But Cal doesn't like it, and he wants to take him down. And obviously, Dwight's in court at the moment for his misdemeanors, and so he's now sent the attorney U.S. General to deal with the matter.
Which
Um,
again, it just
yeah,
adds another layer to the show. It's just like there are so many pieces now. They're like it just shows you the intricacies of like you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing. And I love it. I also love how they played the car dealer for a fool by basically nicking his catalytic converters, which I've had that done.
yeah,
And those bastards are not bloody cheap to replace. And yeah, and they end up giving half his stock back as well, which was
and they got protected. They made him sign a protection racket as well.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
it wouldn't happen again. Yeah, that was a good. I just laughed a lot when one of the guys tried to get under the vehicle and his gut was too big, and you know,
Yeah.
that, that
Yeah.
that gave me. And also the fact that Tyson mentioned how Donnie, that's the name of the car dealer, said, he doesn't like Donnie because he refused to sell a car to him because he thought he was a criminal. And then that girl said, "Well, you're going to prove him wrong by being a criminal now and stealing from him." Like, yeah, really, really, really class stuff. Dwight's sisters now come into town. See what role she ends up playing. I don't know what she is, if she's a lawyer or not. I don't think she is, but she's obviously going to be there as like some sort of maternal figure, I guess.
Yeah.
And regarding the wind turbines, like he's really into that. Dwight, and
Oh, 'cause you
he
heard that the guy got government subsidies, so it's just like, oh, I can embezzle some of that. So,
exactly.
but that was funny when he was going to the bank to get a loan, and they were like, "Look, if you produce this, this, and this, fine." And he's just like, "Oh, this is a long way of saying no."
Yeah, he's a wise old fox, Dwight, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know, and Tyson's just interested in that bloody mouse mat and mug. You know, I just want that mouse mat and mug. That's all he cares
Yeah.
about. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
makes me
good.
wonder because Dwight he's basically shook hands on a $7.5 million investment, which made me wonder how much money he does have. But then I realized he doesn't have that money, so I wonder how he's going to get that money.
Well, yeah, I think this is what we're going to be seeing now. Is he going to start running protection rackets everywhere to kind of help bolster that kind of money, or what? Because he didn't have 3 million to meet bail when it was posted. His daughter had to mortgage the house for 300,000 as well. So yeah, makes you wonder how much he actually has, which is good. It's like they're not bringing him in like stinking rich. It's like shows you what he's going to
Yeah,
do to kind of get to that level, to get to like the wind turbine stuff. And also, we saw in the article as well that the Chinese are in the mix.
yeah, I saw that at the
Oh,
very end when he had to stay over at Tyson's place, and I think this is the first time, or no, maybe the first or second time that Dwight has met Tyson's father, and he's still not happy with the way Tyson's living his life, you know, working for a gangster. But
yeah.
yeah, now with the Chinese coming into the mix, who we haven't seen at all,
No, I'll be
that's
interested
gonna.
to see which actors they bring in for that. No, I'll be interested to see.
I heard it's going to be oh god, yeah. Is it Stephen Chen, the guy from Walking Dead who plays Invincible? Um, I heard that he might
Oh,
be in
okay.
it. I
All
heard.
right.
I might be
Is
wrong.
that the guy
I
that got
hope.
his head bashed in with a baseball bat?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Glenn, he played in Walking Dead.
yeah. And I also heard. I'm not 100% sure, but Talia Shire might be in this as well.
Refresh my
Um,
memory.
Basically, Adrian from Rocky,
Oh,
which is a very big Easter egg and a bit of fan service, you know, in my
yeah.
opinion. Like, who does she play?
We
Like, does
don't
he
need
play?
it. But if you're gonna stick it in, at least it's worked for Talia Shire. Fuck it.
I mean, does he play? Does she play his ex-wife? You know, like in
Oh,
this.
can you imagine if they did that? Oh, that's too on the nose.
Well, I don't want him to play a sister after he's been playing his wife for like 5 movies. You know what I mean? Like
No,
that'll be
just a
that.
family
Yeah.
member. Yeah, or just somebody. I don't know. It's unrelated if they do bring her in. But anyway, I think we've covered everything. Good episodes overall. Lots of little seeds being planted, which I do like, as long as they pay off. And yeah, I'm go ahead and give this a rating. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10, solid all round. A couple of little things that didn't click for me, but still a good episode.
I liked it 8 out of 10. Also, just not forgetting the parts with the food. Like like regarding Dwight, he's a bit of an old school character. Doesn't like electric cars. Doesn't like bacon that's turkey or egg whites, stuff like that. Doesn't
Oh
even
yeah,
like
and he gives it
doesn't
to
like energy, but he sees the bigger picture in all of
money.
it, which is money. But I like, by the way, I like Bigfoot. I'll eat anything and all of that, which
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
was
Bigfoot's cool.
hilarious. And
He's
then I
gonna
like the
die.
fact. Oh, I hope not. But I also liked the fact that we're at the very end when he got like a proper breakfast and Tyson's mom gave her husband like a healthy breakfast and he got pissed off about that and he mentioned about the cholesterol. Yeah, I'm gonna give this episode an 8. It's funny. The humor in it makes it work, you know. And there's moments about it that when you're seeing the scenes with the bad guys, it gives me that 18 vibe, you know, because it's all set in the wilderness and the countryside and all of that shit. And
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
That's
And there's
right.
Frank
Yeah,
Grillo shooting fucking, like shooting
Clays.
clays and stuff like that. And going, these goddamn varmints are in our territory and all that sort of shit. You know, like really 18 vibes about it. And I can't wait until Grillo finally butts heads with Stallone. You know, that's
Oh
going to
yeah.
be That's good. That's gonna be very good. I think there's gonna be a lot of people going to be killed off this season. You know,
I think so
and
too. I think Stallone's probably only going to do one more because he finds it a bit tiring to do.
yeah,
But we'll see how we go. Hopefully, I'll be happy with
yeah,
3 seasons. I think it's a perfectly good amount.
yeah. Free season. I mean, as long as much as we can get to Tejo, I'm just, and maybe we could do a spin off if which would be fantastic. Maybe we could follow Tyson. Maybe he ends up being the new kingpin. You know, who knows?
Maybe.
Something,
Yeah. Who knows?
something
Yeah. Put,
about. I'm loving this universe. So yeah, I'll give it 8 out of 10, and I'm already looking forward to next week and more gangster shows. Please, I can't get enough of it.
yeah. We've got Penguin and Tulsa King at the moment. Happy days.
Happy days. All right, so let us know what you think out there in YouTube land, and if you want to join us for a review, you can join our panel here with myself and Ginger Greek. Then leave a comment below. Let us know. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to NerdTube, the greatest social media channel you never heard of. Take care now. Bye bye, and forget about it.
Oh.